Okay, it's my fault. My fault. I accept it. I give up. I pressed the wrong button. One job. You have one freaking job. Press one button. Press the wrong button. Anyway, we're here now, and you're here, and the French has flown from Lance Pickett. So, hello, everybody. Welcome to tonight's game. Game's going to change a little bit. I'm now adding illithids into the game because they're super cool. We've all been talking about Baldur's Gate 3 now, and it's like, okay, illithids, red dragons, and Githyanki. I think that's the name of the show now. Anyway, no, I don't think. Yes.
Can we get a pet intellect devourer?
Yes, a pet intellect devourer named Us. Oh, I'm so sad. You know, I do think that's. I'll write a letter to them and I'll say, "Dear Baldur's Gate, you gave us the pet, but then you don't give it to us once we land on the beach. It's very unfair. It would be just a little something, just a little dying sequence." And if you don't know what we're talking about, I did a stream earlier on Baldur's Gate 3, which came out yesterday. I think it was yesterday.
There is a very famous YouTube illithid called Lord Ereban from the Dungeon Run.
I didn't
ever have a chance to meet him. He's amazing.
Interesting. Okay. Lord Ereban.
And I also want to tell you that I've received this book from an author I really admire. It has some beautiful art in it. I believe the author said that he did do some of the art, which I am very pleased with. Didn't know this author was so talented. But please pick it up on Blurb. It's an excellent addition to your 5e game.
There we go. Well, I didn't pay Mirren to say that, but she is now going to miraculously survive every encounter for at least the next 3 weeks, for no reason whatsoever. And those links mysteriously happened in the chat. But yes. Anyway, no, thank you for that. We actually had if you are watching this and you have actually bought the cards, because there are so many orders in that book. We released a set of cards, and there's a printable version which you can get from Drive-Thru RPG. Mm-hmm. You are going to get another set from Drive-Thru RPG in about 3 months, because there was a fault on the print. So all the cards that went out, they're actually wrong. So we've been solving that little problem. It was a technical error on their side, and then a glitch on my side, and so now everyone's getting another set of cards. So there you are. If you did get a set of cards, printed set of cards from Drive-Thru RPG, you will be getting another set from Drive-Thru RPG. So there you are. But
anyway. And if you don't want to read it just yet, on the Patreon channel, there is the soothing voice of the author reading the book. And it is delightful. I've been listening to them all, and now referring to my book.
Oh, well, that's fantastic. That's fantastic. I have so much fun reading those, because I'm reading. I'm like, why did I write that sentence? Well. Anyway, all right, guys. Enough of that. We're gonna get some D&D in here and see what we can do. We are in a strange and dark space, and I think tonight, just a very quick recap. Yes, from Shifty.
Oh. I was just about to say that advertisement is a strange and dark place.
Yes.
Okay.
All right,
last time. From the Shadows Born, or is it from the Shadow Born? Plural or singular? I never got that straight.
There's multiple of you now, so it must be plural, right?
Okay. From the Shadows Born, we came down to a temple of the merfolk, which is settled in a giant seashell or something that hopefully died a long time ago. We talked to a man in front of it until some strange light came on and killed him quite horridly. Then we went in. Demas and I got some nice new future swords from parts of the shell. Yes. We encountered some strange pods with what turned out to be undead merfolk. Discovered something discovered a little bit more, worked the undead up, inked the whole place, and then got our butts through the one door and closed it behind us.
That's pretty accurate, and that's where we find ourselves. As a matter of fact, we find our. Oh yes.
The one thing I can't remember to save my life, both my real one and Shifty's are names. I'm terrible with names, but I'm great with such with narrative.
There you go. There you go. Absolutely, you do find yourselves in this temple of the merfolk itself, and yes, so there is a strange light emanating from the center of this room, which gives you low light, just enough to see by, which allows for Deimos to finally be able to actually see normally. Excuse me. And yes, in the center of the room is this circular dish that has a collection of skulls in it. And then there are 4 very large but very unique statues. One looks like a wyvern with its wings spread open. The other looks like a lion. The third looks like some kind of dragon type of thing. And the fourth looks like you're not entirely sure what race, but a figure dressed in a hooded cowl holding a scythe. And so that is the room that you find yourselves in. There is a large set of double doors directly opposite the room, the way that you came in, opposite that little sconce. But those are currently closed.
What's
All right,
the door
first
situation
thing.
like?
Beg your pardon?
I'm worried about the door first thing. Has it been appropriately held?
The door behind you?
Yeah.
Yes. There doesn't seem to be any banging or thumping happening against it.
Okay, good. I'll breathe out then.
What made someone think that making us all blind would be a benefit? Just asking.
The giant squid in the room? Because you're still a squid.
I shrugged
Yeah.
with all my 8 tentacles.
Okay. Might want to rethink that next time. Anyway, I point to the Goliath. I can't remember your name right now.
That's fitting for an elf. Yeah, I can figure you wouldn't imagine
Yeah.
people's names are important.
Yeah.
Shots fired.
Thank you. Thank you for that assistance. Hopefully I can help you next time.
Eyes are still like solid lightning silver. Energy crackling off me. Yeah, sure. Absolutely. How about we move though?
Yes.
Yes, I think we should move quickly before that light goes up again.
Where are you heading to?
Let's go listen at the double doors on the other side.
All right.
I want to go to the pile of rocks.
All right. So I don't normally do this, but I need to, and just to avoid that from blocking your view there, folks. Where can I put this? I can put this here.
I think I have to drop rage as well, since I'm gonna at least go 1 round without being attacked or.
I believe so.
So
Yeah.
I'm gonna drop rage.
Yeah, I have to drop Hunter's Mark.
So Raj, you go over to the door, and it sounds. There's something on the other side of the door. Give me a perception check, if you please.
Natural 20.
Oh, nice.
Raj, what do your cat ears hear?
You hear on the. It's not in the room immediately adjacent because it's very muffled, but it is traveling. It sounds like nervous talking and dismissing of individuals. You can't make out the words, but it does sound like someone is very dismissive, very, very, very angry, and someone's very nervous. 2 different voices, at least.
There are people talking on the other side. I think they are not happy about our presence here.
Mirren, you are looking at the bowl with the skulls in it. That is
I'm
what
gonna-
you see inscribed upon it. I've sent you a private chat. Shifty, what are you doing whilst Mirren is looking at the bowls?
I'd like to check for maybe hidden doors behind the statues or something like that.
All right, which statue would you like to try?
I'll either start with the lion or with the creepy farmer.
Well, since the lion is closest, you think there's not likely to be any secret doors leading further into the temple. They might lead out of the temple, though. Or are you
Okay.
thinking of going down? Because then that's because that's what you sort of basically vaguely aware of in terms of the dimensions.
While remaining an octopus, can I check for any kind of energies going from the statues, maybe somewhere?
Give me give me an Arcana check. I know it sounds weird.
Arcana. That would be 15.
The statue seems to be, with your tentacle suckers, it seems to be ever so slightly vibrating or shivering. Demos, what are you doing?
Deimos is really concerned to use the word shivering above all things else, but Deimos is player is more use the word shivering. Deimos is fine.
What
I'm
is
mostly doing mama bear thing. I'm checking over everybody, looking for wounds.
okay? Murin, are you wounded?
Slightly. Sure, I'm wounded.
Shifty, are you wounded? Don't think so.
A bit. No, I have. Sorry. I have 3 HP missing from the octopus, which isn't really a
Yeah.
thing.
And he can't see your normal shape. So, Raj, are you wounded?
Just a little bit scratched up, yes.
All right, that's what you're getting, Deimos.
As soon as Raj says scratched up, I give him like finger muskets.
I'm probably the most wounded of anybody.
Yeah.
I don't seem worried about it.
I'm pretty blue though.
You're all blue. You are all indigoed.
Back to solid blue.
Yeah. Murin, what are you
Everyone
doing
looks
with
like they're continuing to good to go. I'll probably join Shifty over near the statue because I don't really understand the psychology of an octopus, but I'm going to try and see what is being pointed at by 8 arms.
Okay, Raj?
Before getting ready to open this door, I'm going to cast Mage Armor.
Whoa. You illuminate with your majestic magical armor.
And if you are all ready, I will see what's on the other side.
Wait,
Okay.
I want to do an Arcana check.
Uh-huh.
Let me see. It is this plus that, which is 4.
Yeah. Exactly what you think is exactly what's happening.
Well, there might be a way to open the door. There's a legend on here that says how. So I would say let's prepare ourselves before opening the door, and then we can open the door with this incantation, and then we'll get them by surprise.
Ah, very nice.
I'm thinking. one more thing. Is there anything else to read on that circle?
Can't see anything else. No, this is inscribed on that bowl of skulls.
Okay. I'm not going to say it yet.
If it starts with Claw 2, I'm just going to leave the room and go join the zombies in the other one because it's better.
A question, Demas,
Yeah.
do you have any daggers? Multiple ones?
No.
Oh.
I've got a dagger.
I'd like to.
Lucky
I'd
axe
like.
I've kept for
I'd
my
like to
entire
just
life. What are you
go.
talking
I'd like to just go for murderous octopus with a weapon in each tentacle, waiting in front of the door.
I'll come here and get my dagger.
All right. You go and wait. You get Mirren's dagger and you stand in front of the door next to Raj.
Is everyone ready?
Ready.
Read me to open the door.
As you read the inscription out loud, the light in the room suddenly shifts, and the skulls in the dish start to rattle, but each of the statues starts to crumble and to fall into smaller pieces, blocks dropping out of them. And then you notice inside each one this glowing green energy which starts to swirl around the room, around each of you, slipping between tentacles, over tails, around chests, and congealing or gathering in the center of the sconce in the middle of the room, the bowl with the skulls. Are you doing anything?
Love the description. That was my favorite part of that moment.
I'm raising my sword.
You're raising your blade. Anybody else doing anything?
I'm looking at Myrn because I want my last expression for her to be thanks.
As the
Ready.
I'm looking at Mirren and I'm going to form 3 question marks with my tentacles.
you are getting ready, Raj. You are forming questions. So many things going on, and then the energy in the room starts to really it gets brighter for a brief moment, and then it starts to get dimmer as the energy is pulled more and more and more into the center of this bowl, until finally it completely winks out. And then there's a burst of green energy, and unfortunately, in its place is a rather large, luminous green shark.
Ew.
And as it turns to look at everybody, its head splits into 3 different heads of different types of shark. It's a cerebra shark, as some might say, or a hydrofin. I don't know. I haven't got a cool name yet. Chat, that's on you. But its head splits out. One you can see is the very distinctive shape of a great white. The second is definitely a hammerhead. And the third, it has this sharp pointed nose and then these ragged teeth. Not as big as the great white, but they're more like bony needles that have serrated edges. And all 3 heads start to try and snap and chomp and attack at the same time. Initiative, please, if you
Coming up.
would be so kind.
I would like to submit my name for this thing as the Trimera.
The Trimera. Okay. It's not very fast, the Trimera.
It's okay, neither am I. I rolled a natural 1.
Okay, my 4 beats your 1, but I'm not particularly happy about that. So Deimos is on 1. Raj?
17.
Nice. Mirren?
I rolled a natural 20, so that's 25.
You were ready. Shifty?
Not 13.
13. All right. Excellent. Mirren, you're acting first. The shark is it's actually above you, and one of the heads is looking down at you.
Okay. I am moving
Uh-huh.
back here by this dragon statue.
Bearing in mind that will evoke an attack of opportunity because you're moving out of its threatened square.
That's okay.
You're going to the dragon statue.
Actually, maybe I should do this first. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna do a healing potion.
Right.
That's a standard action. Okay, done that.
Just snap
Got
them on the grid.
some hit points back. Now I will step back.
All right, snap on the grid. All right, you're going to step back. How far back are you going to step?
As far as I can, back in this corner. Ugh, back in this corner.
All right, back
On
to the top up there, like that.
One up.
One up, so even further up there.
One diagonally forward from the last place I was.
There.
So one north, one more
There
north.
we go.
Yeah, there.
That's it. All right, that's where you are going. It is going to snap at you, and you happen to have, of the 3 heads, you have the... Oh, okay. You have the hammerhead. You have the hammerhead, and I'm going to be doing something which anyone who has ever watched Natural Geographic will know it does not actually happen. But it's a special one. I mean, it has 2 other heads, so it's not like it's exactly, you know. So the hammerhead is going to snap at you with its fairly small mouth. It hits an armor class of 7, so it completely misses as it sort of darts at you. It can't get too far because the rest of the body is busy doing its own thing. But yes, that is what that has done. That's Mirren's action. Raj, you are up next.
All right, this is the best time to cast Witch Bolt at 2nd level.
Hell yeah.
Beam of power.
Does a 13 hit?
A 13, unfortunately, it hits, but the shark hide is so thick that it just doesn't seem to penetrate it. It sputters and dies.
In that case, risking an attack of opportunity, move up to the top, just out of close range.
So you're going to try and sidle up to there?
Should be fine. You wasted its reaction, or Mirren.
That's
took
right.
Its reaction. I don't think it can attack you. Unless it gets 3 with its heads, that's just not fair.
Go up a couple squares more just to be safe.
Just to be safe, you stand under the ruined statue of the old figure with the scythe, which is now all destroyed and damaged. Shifty, you see this shark. It's busy swimming, thrashing about. It's trying to pick up on a scent. You've individually, these 3 sharks wouldn't be too much of a problem. The one you recognize, the great white, that's easy enough. Just float, don't move. The hammerhead, fine, swim behind it, not a problem. The Zambezi, just cut something else that can bleed and then it'll eat that rather than you. That's all you need to do. But all 3 combined could be a problem.
First, I'd like to submit the name Shark Mirror.
Shark mirror, okay. I like that.
1 body, 3 different kinds of.
Yeah. Shark mirror, okay.
And then I'd like to swim towards the tail fin.
Sure.
And attack that with a tentacle and use the feature of the great of the giant octopus to, should I hit, grapple it.
All right, make your attack.
And I'm so not going to hit because it's only 9.
Yep, there's a tentacle miscommunication, and unfortunately, it does not hit at all.
Okay.
Yes.
Then I'd like to use my move.
Yes.
Since I can move up to 60 feet as
Yes.
a giant octopus, I'd like to use my squishy form and hide beneath the wing of the statue south of me.
Gotcha. I'll put you there, and we'll just remember that you are underneath. There you go, as you jet away, leaving my poor creature all alone. It has no one within its bite radius that it can attack, so it's going to attack the closest figure to it, which unfortunately is Deimos. It surges forward with one bat of its large tail and covers the distance almost instantaneously. You are unfortunately under attack by 3 of these heads, not just
Do it.
one head. So the hammerhead strikes for you, hits an armor class of 7. The great white lunges, its eyes rolling over white as they do, its mouth extending outwards. This maw, which is easily 6 foot in width, it snaps and gets an armor class of 20.
Yeah, that'll hit.
That'll do it.
Mine's 13. It's not hard to hit me.
That's true. That is very true. All right, the jaws clamp down around you, and you take 16 points of damage
Alrighty.
as it rips through whatever you are wearing and flesh, and it just chomps down. You still alive?
Oh yeah.
Excellent, excellent. Because now the Zambezi goes for you.
Mhm.
This is a smaller of the 3 heads. Its brown mottled nose, quite pointed. It goes for you and gets an 18. Yep. So that is that. Its bite is not as bad as the great white. The great white was chomp over. This is more on your arm. But as it pulls away, oops, you take 5 points of damage.
Still up.
And you are now bleeding. So, yes, each round that you do not tend to the wound using a medicine check, a successful medicine check DC 13, you will take 1d4 points of additional bleeding damage.
That was a total of 21 damage, right?
I don't remember.
5 and 16.
Yeah. Glad you're still standing. That's what it does. Deimos.
Yeah, I'm at a whole 6.
Oh, good. You can carry on playing with the shark. Make your attack. Or do as you so choose.
I'm going to re-enter my rage. So that starts to get halved at least.
Now I am angry.
And well, this thing could eat my friends, and I'm not going to tend to the bleeding. I'm going to let this thing just chase me.
Okay.
So I am going to swing at it with my great axe, using a reckless attack.
Oh man, does that hold until your next attack, or is it until the end of the round? Your reckless attack, where you
Yeah, it's any attack until my next round.
Okay. You
Quite
do
reckless.
you are reckless indeed. Make that reckless attack.
My reckless attack coming up. That's 9.
It's 9.
I have failed in my wits.
Y'all don't have any inspiration points?
Don't you get advantage on reckless
That was with
attack?
advantage. The lower one was an 8.
Oh,
I listed the highest number.
Fate, yeah, fate's a thing. All right, are you doing anything else, Deimos? Having swung
Yeah.
at this thing.
I absolutely am. I'm going to lead it away from Shifty. So I'm going to head to the doors.
All right, you're going to rush around to the doors. Sort of this direction, I'm assuming. Is that right?
Yeah.
All right, perfect. The evidence is easy for the rest of you to see. As Deimos is busy swimming over towards the doors, this trail of blood is just oozing out of this ragged wound from his arm. It's not looking healthy at all. Mirren, you're up.
Also, real quick.
Yeah.
Does anyone remember if I did Stone's Endurance last game?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, I'd like to use my reaction to use that now and
Sure.
reduce the damage by a d12.
Okay.
Sorry, if I waited too long, I can just hold it.
No, it's all right. I don't mind.
All right, reduced it by 9. So I'm gonna have
That's
9
good.
points.
That's good.
Mm.
That's good. Mirren, you're up. What are you doing?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna run over to Demos
Okay. No problem.
and cast on him Cure Wounds.
Nice.
He will be rolling a 8-sider. I always have everyone else roll.
Oh, nice. There we go.
Yeah, that way it isn't my fault.
Devos, roll a d8 for us. Let's see how many hit points you get back.
Oh, plus, I gotta find my pluses. Where are
You're
my
going to be really happy with
pluses?
the result.
Spellcasting ability. Dang it.
Oh, no.
Rolled a
I had
1.
it somewhere.
Okay, you need to find it because he rolled a 1. Champion rolling this evening.
Yeah, I'm doing great.
Okay, I'll get it right now.
All right, that's fine. So that's what you're doing. You've done that. That's Murin. Next up is Raj.
Oh, wait. Bonus action Hunter's Mark
Yes.
on the shark.
Gotcha.
Nice.
There you go.
Okay.
Raj.
Raj tries again with the Witch's Bolt.
Ah, nice.
This time getting a 19.
That's a hit. The bolt burns into the side of the shark.
And that will be 8
Plus
points of
3
damage.
Demos.
Plus 3. Thank you.
Sorry, how much damage, Raj?
8 points of damage.
8 points of damage. Okay. Would you have been aiming more towards the Hammerhead side, the Great White side, or the Zambezi side?
The 3 heads are looking at Deimos right
Correct.
now, right?
Yes.
Well, eating, but yeah, looking at 2.
Yeah. Aiming for the Great White
All right.
head.
And you say that was 13 damage?
8 damage.
8 damage. All right, perfect. Your bolt slams into the side of its head, and it's unusual because you can see it actually punches through the outer skin of this glowing green shark, and you can vaguely see it passing through inside the beast until it hits the other side of the inside of the skin on the other side of the shark, where it then sort of dissipates. But yes, that has started. Shifty.
I would like to use my bonus action to revert to my natural form. And after quickly checking that I only have 4 limbs now, I'd like to cast Fairy Fire in a 20-foot cube on said I'll just call it Shark Mirror to highlight it.
Gotcha.
And it can do a dexterity save to avoid that.
Okay, let me just do that check then. Dexterity saving throw for the shark, and it gets a 14.
Damn it!
Oh no.
The DC was 13.
Ah. Okay.
Sharks jerk, guys. I don't like the sharks.
Yeah, sharks suck. Or chew, in this case. So the fairy fire doesn't illuminate the shark.
I think they rather rip.
Yeah, they do. Actually, they just swallow. Yeah. Anyway, the fairy fire doesn't stay in the area. It just doesn't happen. Is that correct?
It stays there, if I remember correctly.
But the shark is not illuminated by it. Is the bottom line, I think. Anyway, we'll find that out for me. Are you going to move?
I'm going to stay there.
All right, perfect. That means it is the shark's turn, and so what it is going to do, regardless of where that square is it's going to move up, and no, just one up. There we go, and it continues to attack you, Deimos. You are only getting 2 heads. You are currently getting the Zambezi and the Great White. So the Great White attacks first. It chomps at you, hits an armor class of 14. I think that's enough.
That hits.
You take another 16 damage as it rips
8.
and shreds and just tries to get as much out of you as it possibly can. The Zambezi is going to try and bite you again as well. I'm not halving these values, by the way. I'm giving you their full value. I'm assuming you're going to halve them for your rage.
Yeah, I did. I have to take.
Perfect. The Zambezi gets a 3, so it completely misses. However, you're no longer bleeding because Mirren cast healing upon you. So you are good. And then the Hammerhead is going to attack Mirren. It tries to bite you, Mirren. It gets a natural 20.
No, that doesn't hit.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. I'm immune to natural 20s. That's right. My armor class is 12, but immune to 20s. Yeah, all right.
Your class is adamantine?
All right, so that is... You take 6... Wait. Yeah, you take 6 points of damage, but then you need to make a strength saving throw.
Strength saving throw. Let us see. Okay, I can do that. That's a 16.
Oh, you are good. It latches onto you, and it seems as if it's trying to hold you in place, so the Great White could just move over and just start eating upon your personage held in place. But you have managed to break free. That is its action for the turn. Deimos, this beast is staring at you hungrily.
I reach deep into myself and feel this voice booming up. And as I roar, you can hear just the soft sounds of David Attenborough, describing what a Goliath is going to do to this goddamn shark who just bit my friend. I can't do a David Attenborough voice, but you can. I am going to use, with my bonus action, attack it with the lightning, which is now kind of permeating the area.
Uh-huh.
And that is, needs to make a dex saving throw.
It gets a 14. Again.
I think that beats it. Yeah. It had to beat a 13.
So no effect?
It takes 2. It takes 2 points of damage.
2 points of damage.
From the lightning. And then reckless attack with the great axe.
Okay, make your attack.
Roll high. Damn you. 23.
Yes, that's a hit.
+13 +2 is 15.
15. Do you think you'd be hitting the Great White or the Zambezi?
Oh, the Great White is doing the most damage.
All right, 15 you say?
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic. In the natural environment, the barbarian is a fearsome predator, but the Great White is equally matched. This titanic battle will result in one of the two combatants becoming dinner for the other. Or something like that. Anyway.
That's great.
All right. So as you slam into the Great White with all of your rage and lightning arcing around you, its head splits open and this blue gunk pours down onto the floor and swirls around into the water. And the whole shark shivers, but the Zambezi and the Hammerhead remain still highly aggressive. Mirren, you see this. You also see the Hammerhead right in front of you.
All right, I am going to aim for the Hammerhead. I've got my hunter's mark up, so that's extra damage should I hit.
Yes.
And I doubt if an 11.
It doesn't, sadly. It's thrashing around. The middle part of its head is still oozing green fluid.
Oh, wait. Sorry, that wasn't a 2. That was a 12.
A
so
12.
How about
Nice.
19.
19 hits. 19 hits.
Okay,
Do your damage to the Hammerhead.
So that is a total of 4 + 4 is 8.
Nice. 8 damage to the Hammerhead. What are you using? A short sword, right?
A short sword.
That's right. You're slicing the short sword. Wonderful. You make that. Do you move?
No, I'm staying right there.
That's a good call. That's a good call. Raj, you're up.
I know.
There's green fluid leaking everywhere. The water around Deimos is arcing with electricity.
Holding the concentration on the witch bolt,
Just
moving
focus.
from the
That's
shark head to the Zambezi
nice.
for another 14 points of damage.
Wow!
Hell yeah.
That beam is just slicing through this. You can see as you're moving that sort of beam along, just this great tear across its flesh, making its way towards the Zambezi head, which immediately starts to thrash under the pressure of this attack. Shifty, there's all kinds of magic happening in there. What are you doing? You're muted.
You're muted.
You're muted. You're muted. It's like this is the longest dramatic pause ever.
Sorry.
He's getting ready. He's got some good stuff coming.
I'll just snap. I'll go, you hit my friend! And I'll turn right at it with my new shell saber.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
And try and hit it.
Make your attack.
Where's my character sheet?
Never around when you need it.
Yeah. So my conch scimitar, that's 22.
That's a hit. Do your damage. You stab into the side of this thing. It punctures through the hard outer skin.
Okay. 5 damage.
5 damage. And you're on the
Nice.
Zambezi side. That is lovely. It is severely wounded. You can see its dorsal fin, its ventral fin is already hanging. Its musculature or whatever it is that this thing has obviously been severed. There is major damage done to this thing. Its turn. The Zambezi is still focused on Deimos. And yes, you did slay its spiritual brother, so it's going to continue to try and bite you, Deimos. The Zambezi rips into you and gets a natural 1, so it completely misses. It's in a frenzy. It doesn't know what's going on. The hammerhead goes for Murin. It gets another 16, 17, 18.
That will hit.
That will hit. You take 6 points of damage and need to make a strength saving throw as the hammerhead grips you.
That's an 11.
All right, so you take your damage, your 6 points of damage, and you are now grappled by this beast. And its head is dragging you through the water towards the towards the Zambezi head, which is now swinging around to look directly at you. Deimos.
Yeah.
You
No
can
thanks.
see
I'm
Murin in
going
the jaws of death.
Yeah. Bonus action. I'm gonna go the lightning again.
The shark gets 16. I hate this
Take
dice.
half
Next
of this.
dice. It's running too high.
Oh, keep the dice, please.
Keep
Gonna
it?
take-
Okay.
Unfortunately, it's gonna take 1 with the halving of a 3 on a d6.
Takes 1.
But I'm going to take the javelin and I want to stick its damn head to the ground.
I've had enough! Bah, and just bury it.
Yeah, the "you shall not pass," but there's a shark in the way.
I like it. I like it. Using a javelin as a stapler. Make your attack with the javelin. I think that's a cool idea.
Reckless, naturally. Natural 20.
Natural 20 on a reckless. There you go. That's how you do it, folks. You bury that javelin through its head. You can roll the damage, but it's, yes.
Oh, that's 14. They did not roll super high, but
That's
yeah.
okay. You bury the javelin through the Zambezi's head, burying it into the ground. The whole shark shifts and tries to move away from whatever this thing is. Murin's in the jaws of the hammerhead, but the Zambezi's eye has rolled up already, revealing the whites, and it is definitely not moving from that spot. This is It's not looking good for the hammerhead. Mirren, you are...
You're gonna be fine.
Mirren, you're up.
So, do I still have agency with my sword?
You can attack, absolutely, but you are still grappled.
Okay, that's fine. Any negatives?
No,
Okay, that is an 18.
that's a hit. Can you do it?
Kill it.
Let
Kill it
me
with fire.
see.
Or anything else. Just kill.
Yeah, just kill it. Just
13.
13. Okay, it's still thrashing. It's still thrashing. It's still holding Mirren in place. Of course, there's no one else to feed on it now except for some bloody stumps. But that's what it's doing. Raj?
Raj holding the bolt. 13 points of damage.
Oh, you decapitate it. Suddenly Mirren, everything goes free and you're floating. And there's just this shark hammerhead attached to your side. And it drifts away. The whole body immediately stops thrashing about and just anchors right on that javelin. The room is quiet and slowly filling with this green ichor. But the doors open.
I want to detach this shark head from my armor.
Yeah, I'll definitely help with that. Pull that
If
head
a tooth comes loose, I'll snag it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Who
Absolutely.
seems more injured between Deimos and Mirren?
Probably Mirren. I'm good still.
Yeah, I'm under half.
Yeah,
I'm definitely under half, but I'm good. I can still receive
Raj
injury. if I
uses
take half
his
of it.
last second level spell slot, cast Cure Wounds,
nice.
2d8 plus 3 healing.
You want me to roll that?
I think he's
Sure,
got it.
go ahead.
Okay. 2d8 plus 3?
Yep.
Okay, good. I got an 11. Woohoo.
Not bad. Not bad. All
Can the
right.
people beyond the door see us that we're talking?
Because you're aware of it, you realize you don't hear any talking. The room is actually quite quiet beyond.
I'm just gonna
Alright,
head through
let's
and just
see.
shout, "Who's next?"
What awaits us?
The light has dimmed in this room now. But you want to move through?
I'm definitely taking a fin, then moving through.
Oh, nice. All right.
Did I get a tooth?
Yeah, absolutely. You can get
I'll
one
bust
from
it
each
out
of the
if you want.
species. Do you all move into the other room? Deimos is first through.
Yes.
Shifty?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Of course, but only after taking another tooth.
You leave behind the shattered, bloodied, stapled, toothless corpse of a shark.
How fit is Deimos now? Deimos?
How what?
How well are you off physically? HP
Not
wise?
great.
Not great.
I'm at a third of my health.
Guy, could I use another spell to cast Cure Wounds?
Sure.
Then I shall do so.
Wait, what do you mean use another spell to cast Cure Wounds?
I still have some, so
Oh, yeah.
just use the spell Cure Wounds on him
Sure.
on second level. So that would be actually
Be with baseline 2d8 plus.
yeah, 2d8 plus 3.
You want me to roll it, or you want to roll it?
I just rolled
Oh.
online in roll 20.
Yeah.
That's a 12.
12? Cool, I will take that. 22 is much better than 10.
Absolutely.
I have the heal ease roll so they don't blame me. I just cast the spell. You know.
Oh,
50 is
good.
braver.
All good. So yes, the room beyond contains 4 crypts. 4 very very stone crypts that are very, well, one of them's been smashed in. One of them is not open. What am I saying? Words. One of them is open and empty, and 2 of them are sealed. Then there's a door to your north and a door to your south, as well as a double door directly opposite. What are you guys doing?
I'm coming out of my rage because I think I have to.
The door opposite is opening ever so slightly, very slowly and cautiously.
Is it opening towards us?
Yes.
And this is a swimming motion we're all doing, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Which can you point on the map which door?
Yes, it
Like
is
the general location.
that one.
Cool.
Is
That's the
opening
door?
I'd
slightly.
like to swim over towards the door, brace myself against one of those coffins, and kick out as hard as I can against that door.
All right, make a strength check.
Oh, sneaky, sneaky.
Oh yeah.
What kind of light is in this room?
There's very little light in this room.
Okay.
It's basically very dark, dim light. What little light there is comes from parts of the roof have had damage done to them. What was your strength
That's a
check?
15.
15.
Mhm.
There's a screech from the other side as you bash this creature, person, whatever it was.
Cleric who was going to help you.
Yes. What is your strength modifier?
My strength modifier is a +4.
Oh. Yeah, there's a definite screech, and you all hear the rather horrifying crack of bone. And then moaning and wailing. And do any of you speak Aquan? Shifty, you hear this high-pitched voice. Ow! 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 Look at what they did to me. I'm not going out there. If you want to talk to them, you bloody well go out there. Coming from the other side. And then a deeper voice saying, no, you, whatever your name is, you go out there. And what are you guys doing?
I'm charging up for another kick against the door if it moves.
I'm moving toward the door.
All right, you're moving towards the door. You want to go right close up to it or not so close?
On the left side of the door.
Left side. Behind the crypt?
Yeah. Just getting ready for an action if I need to take it.
Gotcha. All right. Raj?
Standing ready closer to the door, looking for whatever is going to come. Yeah, about there is good.
Okay. Shifty?
Wait, Demas, wait. Before you kick it again, there's someone behind it and you hurt him pretty bad by the sounds of it.
Yeah.
I'd like to swim a bit closer so I'm behind Demas and shout towards the door. If you have peaceful intentions, please come out with your hands raised and unarmed and with light preferably.
There's some bubbling sounds as someone is trying to whisper underwater and realizing that doesn't work so well. And then you hear another voice. All right. I will come out. I have no intention of hurting you.
Do you give us your word on that?
There's more bumbling, mumbling. Yes.
3 times?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Okay. Demis, would you let them open the door without hurting anyone? Unless
If
they...
say they're okay, then yeah, I can do that. I mean, if they try to hurt you, I'm gonna kill them.
I want to roll
Fine,
stealth to hide.
You want to roll stealth to hide? Sure.
Yeah, just in case.
All right.
Just in case. Okay, something I can do. That's a 21.
Nice. So she, the door is tentatively pushed. Do you kick it, Demos?
No, Shifty said it's okay.
All right. Drifting through is this very pale-looking merfolk female with long green hair, and she looks fairly thin by merfolk standards. You can see her rib cage and under her long hair, her shoulder blades, and she drifts through the door. Give me insight checks, everybody, please.
How's a
9.
5 treat you?
Anybody get above 10?
16.
16. You're watching her. She's very careful on how she slithers through the door. She doesn't fling the doors wide open. She's coming through very cautiously. And at first it would probably be because the last time the door was kicked violently. But this time it might be because she's trying to prevent anyone from inside seeing what's happening on the other side of the door. So she comes through and she closes the door behind her quite quickly and looks at the three of you. I am sorry. Why are you attacking us?
We are trying to find why the temple is releasing such necrotic energy and killing everything.
Oh. It is no matter for surface dwellers. You should return, and then everything will be all right.
No, we have been hired by your kind.
And I'm not a surface dweller.
Well, no, little one. Obviously not. But you really should go. I don't want anything bad to happen.
Won't anything bad happen to you?
No. We're not affected by it.
Why?
Also, what is the infection?
It isn't an infection. It is a gift.
What
Door
kind?
behind her.
Guy,
Yeah.
I am doing a thing.
Okay.
Awesome.
You do your thing.
Tell you when I get to it.
Cool. I'm opening the door behind her.
Primeval awareness. Use an action. Oh, I can't. Never mind.
All right. You undo your thing. You open the door. She says, no. She's trying to stop you, but she doesn't have very much strength. Are you going to pull it open anyway?
Yeah.
As you wrench it open, she looks at you and she says, you have killed me. You fling the door open and you see this opposite as you pull that door open. There is a... oh, what the hell is he? There is a tiefling with white hair. And as you pull that door open, he says, Vibrar. And he releases the surge of black energy directly towards the three of you.
Like to shut that door?
Unfortunately. Yeah, he was holding his action for if that door opened. So this blast, you start to push the door open, but closed, but it's underwater, so there's obviously delay and that sort of thing. So this will strike. Shifty, you wanted to say something?
Could it try and cast shape water to create 5x5 shield of ice in between us and that energy?
Is it a bonus action?
No, I don't think so.
Then unfortunately not. His action will go off first. Anybody doing anything else? Mirren, you're watching in terror, perhaps, or glee. I'm not sure.
No.
It won't hit Mirren. She was
Can I
being
not be,
sneaky.
shooting at the lady who said I killed her.
Oh yeah, it's going to slam her straight in the face.
Can I waste a reaction to push her out of the way?
Sure. I don't see
She
why
seemed
not.
nice. No reason for her to die.
She seemed nice. Give me a strength check as you try and push her against the water currents. It's going to do how much?
Oh, an 11. Did not
Yeah,
roll high.
you push her, but
Stop rolling in the roll 20.
yeah, maybe. Wait, you're using roll 20?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
The less I have to do, the better I do.
We're gonna
I'm
buy
roll
you
with
some
my
dice.
and just see what would have happened. It was a natural 20 on the
Oh,
Thanks.
yeah, just to prove it, right?
Thanks,
So
guys. Just
you
to be.
you push her half a foot. This ball of black energy slams in around you, and it's a 20-foot square. So it's 5, 10, 15, 20, 5, 10, 15, 20. It's actually going to hit you as well, Mirren, as it
Okay.
explodes. Sorry.
That's all right.
Yeah, it's this black. At first, you think, oh, it's just black smoke. But then it starts to rip at your skin and pull and claw. You can all give me a dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
And if anyone has evasion, now's a good time to declare that. Mirren, what you get?
13.
Raj?
Dirty 20.
Deimos, who's looking very happy.
Natural 20.
Oh, look
And
at you. And
did it
then
twice.
Shifty.
15.
You go straight to hell, roll 20. I'm a dice man from now on.
Okay, Mirren takes full damage. Everybody else takes half damage as this necrotic energy rips around over and through you. I will roll that damage pretty well. I'll roll it quickly now. It's not a huge amount of damage. You should be fine. And yes, it literally feels like someone has stuck wax to your skin and then is peeling the wax away with your skin underneath it. It is an awful sense. Holy shit, it's a terrible sensation.
Okay, what's the damage?
My back is
Wow, you take... I can't believe I rolled this. Okay, you take 29 points of damage, and the rest of you... The rest of you take 15 points of damage. I rolled almost max. I only rolled 66. It's a lot of dice, but on 66, I got 29. 3 5s, 2 4s, and a 6. Is that right? Is my maths right? Maybe I'm wrong. Hang on. 10, 20, no, 29. Oh,
Sorry,
wow.
what was the half?
15. Thanks, Easy Roller Dice, for supplying the GM with great damage dealing dice. Sorry, it was a thing. That came out of the tiefling who has silver white hair and apparently can breathe underwater. But yeah, that's what happened. We're going to go into initiative again. Are we? Yes, we are. We are going to go into initiative again. We don't have a choice. So if you all can give me initiative again, if you please. Switch to a different color dice now because that was awful. Okay.
19.
19 for Deimos. And let's say Shifty.
12.
And Mirren.
15.
Nice. And Raj.
14.
14. Fantastic. Deimos, you are highly motivated. Oh, wait. Sorry. There was someone who didn't Nope, she passed. Failed completely. This little merfolk that you tried to push out of the way, she is nothing but skeleton and bits of ripped muscle and a blood ball. She is completely destroyed by that attack, which cuts straight through her. Deimos, what are you doing?
Worry about her in a minute. Rage, final rage of the day. I get 3 with Storm Herald. It's lovely.
Nice. You are exceptionally angry.
Very. He hurt my friends.
Kinda.
Javelin straight at him.
Throw your javelin.
Does that take any negatives?
Because it's less than 15... Well, it's 15 feet, so I don't think so. I think it was 20 feet, I'd say yes, but not at 15 feet.
All right. Rolling, it's a 25 to hit.
That hits.
That is not a reckless. Just for a 7. I did minimum dice.
So 7 damage.
7 damage total, yeah.
He screams in pain.
And I'm going to close the distance to him.
All right. You thunder towards him. He looks terrified.
He
looks
should be.
Absolutely terrified.
He hurt my
As
shit.
you run into the room, you see there's another merfolk woman holding her broken arm floating nearby. She glares at you.
I'll just kind of stop, pivot, sorry, and then go back to going after him.
That's what you're doing. Close on his heels is Murin.
Okay, you hear a scream, blood-curdling scream from behind a crypt, and then nothing. I have to roll a death save.
What? Oh my goodness.
I'm at -3.
Oh wow.
That's all right.
Yeah, it's a big 29. I didn't expect you had that many hit points.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, death save number 1 is a fail.
Oh no. Oh no. One failure.
That's okay. At least you know where I am.
Yes. I like the blood curdling scream. Okay. Raj,
I apologize, Mira.
you
That's
hear
all right.
the gurgling scream.
Hearing Mirren's scream, Raj runs over,
All right, you swim over, yeah.
spare the dying to stabilize her.
Nice.
Thank you.
Ah, you
Now
s-
that stops the death saves, right?
that
Yes,
does.
you're now stable at 0 hit points.
Whew.
Thank you.
It is then my turn to act. Unfortunately, Shifty, you got pipped to the post. This individual who's standing in front of you, Deimos, he glares at you. Why are you interfering in things that do not concern you, Goliath? As he does that, he is you need to give me a saving throw. It is a Constitution saving throw, if you please. I must just double check. I must just check here.
Cocked. +3, that's a total of 16.
16. Okay, you pass the save anyway, so that's absolutely fine. His spell fizzles and fails as he tries to yes, cast something, but nothing happens. Nothing happens. He snarls again, and then from the side, the one with the broken arm, she screeches at you and swims forward and tries to attack you. Ah! That was a terrible scream. She completely misses. Swimming over, now that you're in here, Deimos, you can see that there's a strange glowing artifact that is embedded into this rather ornate statue. Swimming over that is another Merfolkian woman who also claws at you. She is not injured. She hits an armor class of 15. That is a hit,
me.
I believe. Yeah. She claws you with her rather long, spiny claws on her hands, and you take 4 points of damage.
Is that already halved?
I don't have it.
Okay.
I just give it to you as is. Yeah.
Reduced to 2.
All right. So that's what she is doing. That brings
Deimos
us.
is looking close to Murrin Town.
Shifty, you're up. Muted.
Here's it again.
I'm going to close the distance to right beside Demas,
All right.
and then I'll go tentacly again. Yep. By the way, that's a large beast. And I'm going to slam my tentacle into the tiefling. Oh, before that, I before transforming, I shout, because he was hired to. And
You
then
have reach
whoop.
for the tiefling?
What?
You have reach for the tiefling? What's your reach? Because if you go up behind Deimos, you're still not next to the tiefling. He's flanked by the two merfolk. He's this one.
Oh,
in the middle.
he's not number 5?
No, that's the merfolk with a broken arm.
Then can I close the rest of the distance to above number 5?
Reach 15 feet.
Okay. Never
There you
mind.
go. You just stretch out and smack him. Make your attack.
Thank you.
I play a druid a lot, so I've always got animals tabbed.
I have not, but that's a dirty 20.
That's a hit.
Hell yeah.
He shrieks, "No!"
Then he gets, yay. That would be 9 damage.
Ah!
And he can make he's grappled. The DC to escape is 16.
Okay, so he is grappled because you successfully hit. All right, that's fine. There we go. That's what's happening to him. Deimos. Tentacles are wrapping around him. He's pulling at them. No, unhand me.
Is that shiny, nice artifact looking thing? Look, I don't know, axable.
It does look like a large piece of crystal. Yeah.
Yeah, why not? Let's see what happens. This is how
Aren't
I
you
live my
going
life.
to ask it a question?
Oh
first?
no,
Ask
no.
several questions if I can.
So you're going to stride forward and smack it?
First, I'm going to arc into it with my lightning.
Ah.
Let me check on that really quick because I think it might have to be a creature, not just a target.
All right.
It has to be a creature. So unless
Okay.
I think it's a creature, I cannot do it with that.
There you go.
So I will choose to attack the tiefling with my lightning. Hopefully. not
Attack the
hurting
tiefling.
Shifty
He
is a
gets a
problem.
dex save. Oh my god, I think it's passed. He has +1. He rolled a 13. He gets to put him on a 14.
Yep, that'll pass it.
Sorry.
13 would have passed it.
All right.
So he'll take half of this. He'll take another 1. So take that.
Stop.
No.
Is what he's shouting.
Wrong guy.
What are you doing now? Attacking the...
No, if I take this, I'm going to take like 17 attacks of opportunity. So I'm just going to go after him with my axe.
No! All right, make your attack.
All right, reckless.
Yep, might as well.
Well, I have to. Otherwise, it's a disadvantage.
Right.
24 to hit.
Oh, that hits. That hits so.
Minimum dice roll, though. Only 7.
Oh my god. You guys are going to laugh. You are going to laugh. All right, you slam into the side of him. He shrieks and blood starts to pour into the water around him. He is completely unhappy. Looks absolutely broken. Not happy at all. Miriam, you are unconscious. What are you dreaming of?
Maps.
I had this dream. I am dreaming about all of you, and we're in a tavern, and we're laughing. I'm drinking wine. Demos is drinking beer. I don't know what Raj likes to drink, but I think Demos likes beer.
Milk.
And I don't know what Shifty likes, but we're laughing and we're having a good meal.
Nice.
I was quietly hoping to be one of those dreams where Deimos has like long flowing hair and is standing in like a pirate outfit on top of his ship, like in a romance novel.
Different dream. Raj,
Very
cover.
different.
Deimos has that dream about other people.
you can see Murin with your spell saving her life. A smile has played across her pale face.
Okay, Raj is using his action and bonus action to recover 2 spell slots,
Nice.
and that's all that he can do for the moment.
All right. All right.
Nice, good prep work.
The tiefling looks up at you. It's difficult to tell, but you think he's actually crying. And he says, "Stop! Wait! Don't kill me! I'll tell you everything if you just promise that none of you will kill me."
Is he talking to me?
Yes, he's talking to you. You're the only one who's there, really, because he doesn't believe the octopus can be negotiated with.
Oh, that was a bad assumption. Octopus is the only one who's willing to negotiate. This one's like, God can't hear you down here, boy.
All right. Well, in absolute panic then, because...
Is this... Do I have... Let's see. Does Storm Herald do mindless when they're enraged?
Okay. He kind of read, as he was saying, "Don't kill me, I'll tell you everything if you just promise not to kill me." He read your face anyway, and what he read there was death. Death is going to happen.
The storm has come.
Yes. And so he is going to go to his last resort.
Uh-oh.
And
I'm guessing Minimum's going to kill me, so just so you know.
He's wrong character. He is going to cast a spell at you. I need you to, if you please, give me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, good. My worst one. No, second worst. Charisma's my worst.
Is it a spell he needs his arms for? Because he's grappled?
It is verbal and semantic. So, yes,
His hands.
yeah. All right. He can't cast that because, yes, you're right. Okay. We'll go with that then. Let me just double check. I don't want to declare what he's doing next if that's the wrong one.
So I'm ready with my roll as soon as you tell me to take it.
Yes. I'm just trying to find it. I'm just going to try and find something that doesn't have semantic. I think everything has semantic, right?
Most things have semantic, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. So he's screwed on that one. He realizes this. He can't do anything like that. Nicely done there, wrapping him up. All he has left then is he can't beat the giant octopus. He knows his strength is not good enough. So he's just going to try and stab you with a dagger. It's a pathetic attack. It's like, no, get away from me. I didn't sign up for this.
Please don't kill me. Stab.
You horrid thing. He rolled a natural 1. He's wildly slicing. So no effect there whatsoever. Number 5, Merfolk is going to claw at Shifty because giant terrifying octopus. Gets a 5. No contact there. However, the one in front of you, Deimos, does claw at you. And that's an 18. So I think that's a hit.
Definitely hit.
And this is for 1 point. 2 points damage.
I'm dead. Kidding. I had 6. I'm still good.
You're still good. Nice. You are still alive. So you take
I
2.
kind of wanted it to be just enough from like the busted arm merfolk lady. Like,
Right.
That's fair.
That's fair.
I did crack her arm. It's yeah.
Yeah. No, that's it. That's all that we're doing. That means it's entirely up to you, Shifty, as to what you want to do.
I will tell you, Shifty, you're the one who can stop me from decapitating this man. That's it.
I raise one of my tentacles I curl the end up to make this towards Demis, and I try to rattle the tiefling a little bit so he lets the dagger fall. At least I hope so. I use one of my circles to give him a little kiss on the cheek.
Okay, sending a lot of different mixed signals here, but yes.
Yep.
All right. So you're going to maintain your grapple. You're going to do anything else?
Can I use one of my other tentacles to hit one of the merfolk? Just to...
Yeah, I don't have a problem with that.
Okay, she hurt my Goliath, so
Are you hitting the broken one or the new one?
Don't hit the broken one, man.
I'm going to use the mint condition one.
All right, make your
New
attack.
inbox.
That's another good 20.
Hits.
I like that
hits.
dice.
Do your damage. Do your damage.
Remember, you have my dagger.
Yeah.
And my axe.
I have a big tentacle, so that has a bit more whoop in it.
Okay.
11 damage.
11 damage. She.
And she would be grappled too, so I'm a bit stretched now.
All right. So she's grappled and the necromancer's grappled. So your intention with your tentacle was to tell whom to stop, or were you even trying to imply that someone should stop?
I was trying to get this fight to an end, so...
Demos, you need to make an insight check.
Yeah, that's what I thought. It's like, this is an octopus raising a tentacle.
It's an
I
octopus.
don't think this is going to go how you
Yeah.
hope.
The tiefling did not get that. He just...
I am in a full rage. Did I go for disadvantage?
Disadvantage, I think, makes sense, yeah.
Yeah. Insight. My insight is +0.
Oh.
So it's going to be a good one.
That's
Let's see, it's an 18 and a 6.
Unfortunately, no one speaks octopi, and so neither of the combatants got your message. And that's because Deimos is currently doing whatever Deimos is going to do. It's on you, sir.
Yeah, mint condition gets a lightning hit, which I think she's going to be disadvantaged to succeed at being grappled. It's not
Yeah,
restrained, but-
there's no mint condition anymore. There's broken and there's more broken. She rolled a 4 and a 4. Wow. Okay. Worst dice ever. What is the
she takes a
damage?
full 6.
6.
Yeah, takes a full
She
6
starts
lightning.
to convulse as the lightning wraps around her, and then there's a moment where she looks at the general crowd and just explodes in little bits of fish and skin and bone and slowly drifts to the floor. It's apparent to everybody that she was never alive, because her internal organs are all grey and mushy and definitely not a healthy colour at all.
That was the one I just grappled.
That's correct.
Yeah, I freed your tentacle.
Demos,
Just freed the beast all over your beast mode.
what else are you doing?
I'm going to look down at this absolute jackwagon. You hurt my friend.
One of my tentacles points at me.
I surrender.
I'm going to see if I can grab him out of the tentacles.
Okay, give me an athletics check versus...
I comply, so...
Ah, all right.
And I'm just going to roar in his face. It's that, I forget what movie this is, but it's just that moment where like just the spittle flying behind him.
Right?
And I just set him down. And still full Raiden, but I'm not going to attack him. I'm just going to set him down and just be about an inch from his face, because I'm very mad because Deimos will not kill a surrendering person.
Mirren is still dreaming of wonderful tavern experiences. Raj?
Okay, Raj, first of all, is casting a 2nd level Cure Wounds on Mirren.
Nice.
Get her up.
So go ahead and roll 2d8 plus 3, Mirren.
There we go. You started a trend. Roll your own health pack.
I like that.
Yeah.
All right, 13.
Nice. Your eyes flutter open. The tavern slowly melts away and is replaced by the ink-stained muzzle of Raj, looking very concerned over you inside a very wet shell.
I say, oh, what do you like to drink?
I like milk. And then Raj moves over to the door to see what's going on inside.
I like milk, he says as he swims away. I love it. I love it. Absolutely love it. You swim over to the door. You can see Deimos standing, looming over this cowering tiefling, and this broken mermaid still floating next to him.
All right, that's all for that turn.
All right. The broken mermaid she's raising her hand to attack the octopi, and the tiefling just sort of flicks his hand, and it's possibly one of the more unsettling sights you've seen, but it's as if all the bones inside her body just suddenly went soft, and so her skin just starts to drift away on the current with these bones collecting in the bottom of the tail, and the whole thing just drifts backwards. All signs of existence gone from its eyes. I surrender. I surrender.
Does he look like one hit will kill him?
He is bleeding very badly. One hit, a good hit with your axe would probably finish him off.
Okay, so if I put a belaying pin through his hand and stapled it into the ground so he couldn't go nowhere or use that hand, would that be a problem?
I
My
mean,
sailor background, I get a belaying pin.
I mean, he might survive.
Yeah, I'll try and staple his hand to the ground with a belaying pin. Let him know that I am very serious.
Okay.
You don't hurt Shifty. You don't do that.
You gonna drive a belaying pin through his hand? Give me an attack, because he's not going to let that happen.
That is plus 16.
16 is a hit. Belaying pin, give me, and you're using it as a stake, give me a 1d4 damage plus strength.
You could
Wait,
say
I have
it's
it before.
non-lethal damage.
Well,
No,
it's
he's-
definitely non-lethal damage. I just want to state, well...
No,
Oh,
you're
okay.
driving a
Through his
wooden
hand.
stake through his hand. Yeah, it's lethal.
That's 1 plus 3. Or no, 1 plus 2 is 3. Sorry.
All right.
3 damage.
He gurgles in pain as you have now stapled his hand to the side of the shell or to the sand in the bottom of it, because the sand is not very compact.
Drag him over to this rock, see if I can put it in there.
Sure thing. You jam it into that. He screams, "I've surrendered! I've surrendered, you evil bastard! I mean, I'm sorry." We're out of initiative.
Like slow head turns of... Yeah, I'm gonna go talk to Shifty. He'll calm me down.
What are you doing here?
I want your... He actually he looks at you, Raj. Ah. It's you. I don't understand. I thought... Why? Well, Raj, our master needed the power.
You know me?
You don't recognize me?
I am not familiar with tieflings, no.
But we were speaking about 9 months ago. You don't remember meeting me at the master's... You don't remember at all? Well, then, that is very strange. Nonetheless, I am here at the bidding of our master.
And what is his bidding?
It is simply to protect the stones so that whenever he needs power, it can be used.
The stones? Which stones?
He points to the large glowing stone which is nearby. Sorry, you've drifted in here now as well. Murin, are you joining the conversation?
Yes,
All right.
drift me in there.
Gotcha. He points to this very ornate blue crystal, a green crystal that is inset into this rosette of statues.
God, that statue's very pretty. I like that.
This is drawing power, necromantic power from the inhabitants and transferring it to the lighthouse. I thought...
So it is connected to the lighthouse.
When it needs power, yes. But it hasn't needed power for quite some time. It's becoming less frequent.
Is this also what brings the Kraken to life?
Raj, you do not remember our master. He never tells us the entire plan. All I know is that this transfers power to the lighthouse, and that power is used for some such. I thought it was actually being used to fire a weapon at passing ships. The Kraken I only heard rumors of from the corpses of these fish fingers.
All right. For sparing your life, how do I remove this stone?
It is particularly fragile. That is why we encased it in the statues itself. If you want to destroy it, that's hit it hard, very hard.
Gotcha. Swinging.
If you want to... Is anyone going to stop Deimos from swinging?
Yeah.
I need to see if this is similar to the one that I saw taken from the priestess.
I'd like to stop Deimos.
A large tentacle wraps around your axe shaft.
I'd like to approach and do an Arcana check.
Sure. Absolutely.
Do I recognize this orb as the one that the centaur priestess was passing to the guy?
It actually isn't. It's not even circular. This has a green glow. It looks like jagged crystal. But within it, you can see these little moving sparks of energy.
I'd like to, once I've stopped Deimos, I'd like to revert into plain old shifty form, still dangling from his axe. Look at Deimos and say, I want to be sure what happens to the energy once you hit, not that we all go kablooey.
That's a good point, Jester. I was a little bit angry there.
Going kablooey is bad.
Yeah.
At least if you stand that close to it. So,
Questions for you though, Raj. How come you both have the same master?
who is this master anyway?
Yes, it is not my master. Not my master. But I have my suspicions of who it is. All right, but the most important task at hand, how do we disable this crystal?
Safely.
If you destroy it, it will release the souls that are captured within it. That is all. And they will head back to the circles.
I rolled a 14 for Arcana check.
This looks like it is some kind of phylactery that stores souls, but there's a strange configuration which looks as if it would actually draw on that soul energy, and several brass rings attached to the one side, which almost looks like a funnel pointing outwards. And from your knowledge of where the lighthouse is, that funnel seems to be pointing at the lighthouse.
Oh, good.
I tell all of them this. I tell all of them this. Go ahead, destroy it.
Bashy smashy?
Ah, I say.
I look kind of like, look at Raj, look at Shifty.
I let go of the axe.
I am near death. Let me just move to a safe distance first.
Gotcha.
Same here.
Yeah, I'll move too.
Everybody drifts away, leaving.
Amos,
Oh,
just before you do that, let me give
Yep.
you one last healing for the day, just to make sure you survive this experience.
I am on death's door. I'll take it.
2d8 plus 3.
I'd like to tie up the tiefling and place him very close to the statue.
He's nailed to the base of the statue, or near the
Okay.
base of the statue. Yes.
Okay.
So
okay, good
Mirren
enough.
has-
So if it goes boom, he'll definitely notice it.
Yes.
Good.
And
I'm taking the belaying pin out of his hand and dragging him with me. And I'm going to throw a javelin at it. He's surrendered. I can't kill him.
yeah.
Don't you go and smash the statue
Yeah, I got one of
with
these.
him?
I'll
All right.
Huck, huck the javelin at the statue.
Heals you for 15 hit points. Bing.
Oh, nice.
For 15?
Yeah.
Nice. Oh, so you rolled it and I'm not rolling it?
Oh, I wasn't sure if you were rolling.
He was
Sorry.
eager.
I'll take it. Your roll was better than mine. I'll take it.
You throw the javelin at the crystal. It slams straight into the crystal. You don't have to make a roll. Because if you miss, you can just do it again and again and again.
Got it for you.
But yeah, it slams into that crystal. The crystal shatters, and about 8 of these little sparks drift upwards out of it and pulse for a few moments and then vanish. And we'll be back next week when we continue our adventures from the Shadows Born. Thank you all for watching. Thank you for being part of the show. Thank you guys for playing along and not dying, which I think is great.
Did the best.
Junkie Yosha, to answer your question, we are using Dungeon Fog to do these maps in, and to actually use them as a VTT. So there we go. All right, thank you guys. Very quickly, because we are a little bit over time. We're actually quite a lot over time, so we're going to skip it this week. I don't want to keep you guys for too long. Thank you very much. We will see you all next week, Wednesday. Till then,
Bye.
I
Good
say
night.
goodbye to you guys. I will be
Good day.
continuing my post-game review in about 5 minutes. So if you want to see what was going through my head whilst this was unfurling, stick around. It does contain spoilers, though. Otherwise, we will see you as well next week. Just a brief mention: there is no sessions with a live. There is a session with a live GM this weekend. Never mind. There is a session with a live GM this weekend, and so there is that. I will catch up with you guys in a little bit if you are staying for that. Anyway, goodbye. Okay, there we go, folks. That was the game. This one was pretty straightforward. I had planned the Tri-Shark encounter. You heard that from last time. I thought it was quite fun. I went with, I was just doing this as it started the encounter. The Great White was doing 3d6 damage just because it's just massive damage. The Hammerhead was only doing 1d8 damage, but once it had caught you, it then didn't let go, and that would then drag it towards the other sharks, which would then have advantage on their attacks against you. And the Zambezi was doing 2d4 damage with an additional 1d4 bleed every round until the bleed was stopped. So that was where that came from in terms of that particular idea. The Necromancer is just a straight up Necromancer, level 5 Necromancer. And when he threw Fireball, I realized I had actually, I think I used the wrong number of dice. I don't actually know, because I didn't check it. I just thought that Fireball does 1d6 dice. Fireball 5th edition. Let's just bring that up very quickly. And let's see how much I cheated by. It does... I see. They've done... It's okay. Well, then I actually went under. It just does a flat 8d6 fire damage. I did 66 fire damage, but I got 29. I mean, statistically, that's a huge number, way over what one would normally expect of 6d6, which would be 18, of course. So that did a lot of damage to the party. That was cool. This was a dungeon crawl, so they were meant to be just fighting through that. They've now encountered what's going on. So yes, it was a fireball. I reskinned it as black necromantic energy because this is a necromancer, and well, why not? So that's all that was there. He couldn't cast spells, of course. Well, no surprises. He was entangled by a giant octopi, which I do think is one of the more interesting effects that happens, of course. And Grizzles has pointed out, I don't think Raj has been on that continent for 9 months. No, Raj has not. He was in Vashti 9 months ago. I beg your pardon. So, why did I do that? Why did I do that? Because my dear viewers, in our long-term campaign goal, one of the great circles is time. And so when time gets stolen, it allows for someone to shift through time. So what that means is that Raj, somewhere in the future, is going to shift back in time, impersonating someone who works for the Dark Master. Hopefully that's what I'm going to engineer to have happen. It may or may not happen. It could work. It could not work. So, we shall see. But yes, that is part of the prophecy that's coming through now. Now, I wanted this necromancer. I've given him the name of Baal Renta. Baal Renta, the necromancer. I specifically wanted him to surrender so that he could give this information to the party. They needed a win. They haven't had a win for a while in terms of straight up plot progression. So it's time for us to do that. I've now said to them, listen, the lighthouse folks, are there chances that they're going to go after those crabkin? If they do, please remind me my plan for the crabkin. If they go up against the crabs, my plan is simply to get them to each roll a d20, add the number together, and then divide it by a specific number. I'll make that up on the day, and that's how many crab folk they kill, because it's not an adventure that's of any interest to anybody. It's just more combat, it's dull, it's boring, and we're not going to get any information out of that. And I don't think that necessarily is a bad thing to do. I mean, the Heroes Guild is just a way for them to make money. That's all it is. It's just a simple, straightforward kind of process. So some of these adventures, I think, should just be a couple skill checks, a skill challenge maybe, and then you get your reward so that the characters can advance within that guild space quite quickly, because I think that could be quite fun. What else? Yeah, the merfolk. I mean, the map was pre-planned, pre-made beforehand. So there's not much there to think about. We spoke about the Tri-Shark. Yeah. Any questions? I can't think of any, to be honest with you. This is a very straightforward session today, as a matter of fact. So yeah. Any thoughts? Any questions? Any comments? Maybe? Yes? No? sit here in silence, just staring at each other, going, "Well, that was fun." Anyway, yes, I've got nothing else to add. I mean, I thought what the players are doing is really great. I think that's working really, really, really well in terms of them helping each other out and working together. There is still, of course, the pairing off that has happened and that we continue to see happening. Shifty and Deimos and Raj and Murin. I don't think that's a bad thing necessarily. It's not something that we need to break up. But I do think that in the future there may be an adventure where we will purposefully split them in opposites. So I think it would be interesting to do Murin and Shifty and Deimos and Raj. Because, yeah, I think that could be something that works. Dan C says, what is the hardest thing about running the campaign? I would say the hardest thing about running the campaign is that the hour and a half is a very short amount of time. So we've got a very absolutely. We've got a very long campaign potentially ahead of us. I'm not sure how long it's going to go on for, but it's definitely a long-term kind of game. And so it's about making sure the pacing goes. It's about making sure that they don't get bored, that we are throwing out enough crumbs for the players to go, oh. Like with this necromancer, it's like, wait, what do you mean Raj is serving a different god, a different master? Hang on a moment, this is weird. Oh, we've now got to go to the lighthouse. So it's about, the lighthouse was a dot that they had already connected. They already knew that they were going to go to the lighthouse. So we needed to try and just up it a notch. Just leave them with a little bit more of a, whoa, okay, let's go figure that one out. They'll do the lighthouse, possibly. I mean, I've got a map ready for it, for them to fight through. I haven't yet thought about what kind of monsters are in there. They will find the socket for the orb of life, not the orb of death, the artifact that Raj handed over. They will find that socket. How they're going to learn that it was specifically designed for the orb of life? Possibly there might be an imprint left behind from the orb using energy that has the symbol of life carved or left behind. I think that's a pretty good idea, actually. That way Raj can see, oh, that was stolen, and then try and remember. Zil said that there was a thievery, a break-in, a robbery. I will need to think of some more clues around that. Possibly if they get back to Pythios as heroes, they're going to have a lot of money, and that's going to be the next big one. Is like they've got 10,000 gold. They have their own little ship now, the wrong way. What are they going to do with it? What are they going to do with it? Are they going to go to Delphi and get the rest of the riddle? That would be interesting to see. If they go to Delphi to get the rest of the riddle, that's cool. We'll have one sea-based adventure where they are attacked at sea, and then they will get to Delphi. And I think that would be interesting. We give them the whole prophecy this time. We'll let the Phoenix burn through, and they can read it all through because they're all present now and see the whole prophecy. That will give them a much bigger picture and possibly allow them to start assembling some clues so that they've moved out of the space now. If you are following along in terms of Act 1, we're now at the end of Act 1. We've now introduced everything. We've introduced the situation. Orbs are being stolen. We've introduced the bad guy. That's this mysterious benefactor who's stolen the orb, who knows Raj, the master that this necromancer works from. And we've introduced the ramifications that there is this prophecy going around. So Act 1 is now done. We're now moving solidly into Act 2, which of course is now where they start to uncover all of this kind of plotting and all the murk and the mystery and that sort of thing. So it's an interesting space that we walk into because it's such a broad space as well. The risk we run now is if we don't give out little bits of information each time, the players will forget the original plot and start to go off in different directions and do all kinds of different things. So yes, there we go. That is definitely what is going to be looking out for in the future. So Grizzle says, what if the redefined fireball had taken them down? 66 maximum damage is 36. Now, I think the Goliath has got quite a lot of hit points. I think Raj is somewhere near the 30s. So statistically, the chances were really low. It was a gamble. It really was a gamble. And to be perfectly honest with you, I let the 29 slide because so many of them had passed. But if it's between you and me and the other 30 people watching this show right now, if I'd rolled 6d6 and I'd rolled sixes across the board, I would have automatically nerfed it down to 20 so that there was at least 1 or 2 survivors. I would have just cheated. I'm not going to throw away the entire party because I happen to roll badly. It's just not going to happen. It was cool. It was dramatic. It made the necromancer seem more evil, and he is evil, more evil than he is. So I think the payoff was well worth it. And again, I mean, that's why, I've got this review for a new system that'll be coming out. I don't think it's next week. I think it's the week after, where the DM doesn't roll dice. It's all in the hands of the players. And so that you then go, whoa, ho, ho, okay, that's going to take away a lot of the ability to fudge those rolls. Makes a cleaner, more truthful campaign, yes, but I want to see how I can manipulate it so that I can keep the game going. I mean, let's be honest, would it be satisfying if all 4 of them died? I really don't think so. I think it would have been an absolute damp squib of an ending. Everyone would have gone, oh, and that would have been it. I mean, I refuse. I refuse to do that. I absolutely refuse. Maybe rightly, maybe wrongly, but that's who I am. The story, the plot, well, I don't care about the plot. The plot's irrelevant. The story that is being told here is great. I mean, Mura's little dream sequence I thought was wonderful. It was absolutely wonderful. And then the way that she immediately, when she woke up, she's like, what is your favorite drink? And he's like, milk. I'm dealing with another problem. It was lovely. Absolutely lovely. So there we are. All right. Well, I think that's it. We can, we'll call it a night there. Thank you all for watching all the way through. I do appreciate the company and the questions and the comments. I do try and read them every now and again with a half eye. And I've got wise to some of your tricks. You all talk about your food that you're going to be eating and all that kind of wonderful stuff. Oh, yeah. I know now. So I try and eat beforehand. Yes. Anyway, there we are. Yeah, I mean, altering circumstances, altering the course. Well, we'll see. Anyway. Right. Thank you all. And we will see you on Saturday. My God, I completely forgot about it. We will see you on Saturday. I have some amazing guests who will be joining me on Saturday evening. So please be there. You will be laughing a lot, I promise you. And they're a great bunch of people. They've got a great charity that they're doing. And I see there's a last question there from Dan C. How was Baldur's Gate? If you don't know, I was doing a stream this afternoon actually on playing Baldur's Gate. That's on this YouTube channel and Twitch channel, as a matter of fact. I think it's I don't know if it's worth getting yet because it is only the first act, which I was told is about three or four hours of gameplay. I was playing for 2 hours. I died twice. So if that's all, if the part where I am, if there's only another 2 or 3 hours of gameplay after that, you're spending a lot of money for 5 hours of gameplay, and then the next one's going to come out in the next iteration will be out in a couple months, and then a couple months after that, and so I think it's one that you can wait on. I don't think it's necessarily going to be mind-blowingly terrifying if you don't get it yet. But certainly from our perspective, it's like, well, it's dropped. We've got to have a look at it. There are some lovely things in it. I will be doing a video this Friday, a special video on Baldur's Gate 3, just the opening act, from a story and adventure perspective, breaking it down, looking at whether or not they followed the rules and what are the implications thereof for Act 2 and Act 3. And do they follow those? Or do they leave Chekhov's gun on the dining room table untouched? We will find out and explain what that gun reference is all about as well. That's on Friday. Until then, however, I wish you and yours the very happiest of gaming.